What's up, guys? Welcome back to more Minecraft Survival Games from Twirin 1. Let's go ahead and get into this game. So, something that I have noticed as I've begun to learn my drive, I've taken my first steps in life to learn how to drive, and something that I've noticed a little bit. Let me just kill that guy. Thank you for your flint and steel. And why not everyone else? Just give me everything. Why not? Why not? Oh, we're gonna die. Get out of here. Come on. Just a little bit more. Oh, yes! I'm going to suffocate. Oh, yeah. Jesus, that was scary. Okay, so something that I have noticed in my life is as I'm learning how to drive, because you know I'm 15 and a half. I'm getting have my permit on, because in the state of California you need your permit before you get your license. You have your permit for 6 months. Anyways, I got my permit, and I've noticed something. I've noticed that before I learned how to drive, I didn't, care about how people's driving habits were. Like if I were in a car with someone and they were driving poorly, I wouldn't, take notice of it, because I don't necessarily know the rules of the road or whatever. I just don't pay attention. But now the fact that I know how to drive, for the most part, I'm not perfect at it. And I see, like, whenever I'm with my mom driving, she won't make complete stops at certain places, and just all these kind of pet peeve things. I'm just like, ugh, that annoys me in my head. And it's not necessarily more so not my mom or anything, but if we were passing by people who are idiot drivers, then I just my annoyedness level goes higher. And if you guys understand what I mean by that, hopefully you do. And it's starting to be something in my head. I'm just come on, you're doing this wrong. Why don't you do it correctly? I'm starting to get that mentality in my brain, and it's something that I wish I didn't have, because I wish I was all la-di-da-di-da, so ignorant to the world, make me feel like the world is a better place. I always tell myself, when my kids ask me about the wonders of the world, where children come from or something like that, I always say that, I'm gonna tell them the truth right to the beginning, just get them introduced into the world. And then I realized, no, that probably wouldn't be a good thing, because I kind of wish I had a sense of wonder in my life, and just being is the tooth fairy real? No. Just being like that is it just kind of screw with your mentality as a kid, and my kids will probably be depressive psychos or something. So that wouldn't be the greatest idea in the world, although I have pondered it in my brain before. So yeah, it's probably not gonna be a thing that happens. I always laugh with my mom about how my kids are just gonna be super just weird. But no. Anyways, gonna go right here. By the way, I do not have kids. Why would I? I'm 15 and a half. I don't have I'm 15. Why would I have kids? Anyways, that was a little bit off topic. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is unspoken rules. If you got, basically, I was taking my math test. Was it 2 days ago? And I was in my math class, and for the bonus question, it was, what is an unspoken rule that everyone should follow? And I sat there for a second. I'm just this is a hard question, because I couldn't think of anything on in the top of my head. He's just if you answer the question, you get a point. And by the way, you can't put I don't know, because that wouldn't be a proper answer to the question. So before I say what my my thingy is, my unspoken rule that I wrote down on the test, pause the video right now. I sound like my math teacher. He always he gives the math quiz. So he has a flipped classroom where you do notes at home and then you do work in class, and he'll always say, pause the video, do this example. I feel like I'm him right now. I'm living up to you, Mr. Hawks. Anyways, pause the video, tell me what your unspoken rule that everyone should follow in the comments below. I want to get that little bit of heater interaction, and that would be kind of cool. Alright, anyways, so the thing that I put down is you can't eat a Kit Kat the wrong way. And so if you guys know what Kit Kats are, it's just this chocolate thing that comes in this kind of this bar. There's usually it's either 3 or 4 of them in a row. They say Kit Kat on them, so you break. You're supposed to break them off, then eat them one by one, each of the sticks one by one. Something that you're not supposed to do that will absolutely make me cringe is when you have the entire line of however 3 or 4 Kit Kats you have, and you just like a cheeseburger. It's just oh, why did you do that? There's an option to cut, snap them off. And it was just, oh my goodness, it was cringeworthy every time I see pictures of that, you mess with the natural order, you fool, or something like that. Why is my nose so itchy? Every time I'm recording a video, itchy nose. Anyways, but thinking about unspoken rules, all my friends were telling me a whole bunch of deep stuff, and like how it's just like, you know, one unspoken rule is to never assume that this is what the person who sat next to me said. It's like never to assume that people deal with pain or issues in the same way as one another, or because yeah, like obviously that's you know, people deal with stuff differently and people have different, you know, thresholds, whatever. Point is, that's what she put. And you know, it started making me think like more so of on my side. Just it related more to like pet peeves. And we also had another discussion in my math class about what our pet peeves are. Jeez, look at all these chunk error loads. It's kind of weird. Anyways, we talked about our pet peeves, and one of mine, or like just like the top one, is like I absolutely hate it when people put the toilet roll behind, like under, right under, like because so you have the toilet roll, it's like that, and then it's like against the wall, which is right here. So the toilet roll is right here, and then you're supposed to have it so it goes over like that, not underneath. No, don't do under. It's always supposed to be over. Anyone who does under is wrong. No, just don't do that, okay? It's terrible. Like, why do you do that? It's awful. And then another one of my pet peeves is like, I guess this is sort of school related, and it's whenever the teacher says, like, let's say, put your phone away or something, and then instantly, like 20 seconds later, the teacher pulls out their phone and starts, you know, doing text memos or something. It's just kind of funny how it's ironic like that, but I do understand that the fact that, you know, the teacher, they have the right to do whatever they want, but it still doesn't get me from going in my head. I'm just like, oh, I hate you, sort of like that in my head, but I usually never have that. It's just my friends who tell me that. Speaking of speaking about phones on in class, is today I was in Spanish, and I just finished taking my math quiz, or my math quiz in my Spanish class. No, I just finished taking my Spanish quiz, and so what I did is I bring my iPad to school sometimes. Actually, I'm starting to bring it pretty much every day, because I'm starting to put my books on it, and having, you know, books on your iPad is like the best thing ever, because instead of carrying a million books in your backpack, you can carry your binders and an iPad, and it has all your books, and it's digital. It's perfection, all right? And so I'm doing that, and I brought it to my Spanish class. So I pull out my iPad, and I'm bored, so I'm like playing games. Like I open up Flipboard to see the news or whatever, right? And I'm just sitting there doing my whatevers, and I'm just like, I wonder if the teacher is gonna, you know, tell me to put my iPad away. And so, you know, since I speak Spanish, I'm just like pretty much one of the best students in the class. I am the best student in the class, but there's no point in saying that, because, you know, I know the language, so obviously I'll be the best student unless there's another one who knows it better than me. But anyways, so like she doesn't care when I do that sort of stuff for the most part. And then it's funny because one of the students that's not necessarily, you know, the most well behaved, and is oh crap. I took my hand off the keyboard. That's probably a bad idea. I was going like this. I was doing hand gestures. Right. So I completely lost my train of thought right there. Oh yeah. So one of the students who, you know, not necessarily the most well behaved in the class, he pulls out his phone and does whatever. He like starts texting, and he's finished with the quiz, and he's just like, his name's like, Johnny, put your phone away. And the person who sits next to me, who's my friend, she starts laughing because like she sees like I have like my giant iPad. I'm not even trying to conceal it or anything, and I'm just like using it on my desk. And then she yells at the delinquent kid for pulling out his phone. And it just goes to show, if you're on the teacher's good side, they won't care about the stuff you do. All right, you know, you guys need to be. You know, if you don't like a teacher, well, make the teacher like you, so then you'll like the teacher, because the teacher will do nice things to you, and there you go. So it's like, if you don't like a specific teacher because they're mean or something, if you start being nice, they'll be nice back. That's just how humans work. And yeah, so there's my tip of the day. Even though I say don't follow my advice, it's just like, follow my advice when I say to follow my advice. Don't follow my advice when I say not to follow my advice. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. I don't care. Well, let's keep on going. Is my sound turned off? I don't know if it is, because there's not... Oh, yes, it's not off. Anyways, ooh, there's people over here. Well, now we're gonna kill them, and we're gonna go to deathmatch, and we're gonna have lots of fun. Ooh, you're done, kid. Oh, you getting scared? You getting scared? Is your friend gonna come and help you? Well, I'm gonna shoot you, too. Boom, boom. Wait, another one. Oh, wait for it. Yep, and there you go. Just, you were destroyed there. Wow. She didn't do that too much damage to me. There seems to be nothing left that I can use for deathmatch, because I really can't use flint and steel when I'm going up against this last guy, because, you know, it's all ice and you can't light that on fire, except back when you could light it on fire and there's the invisible fire glitch. Oh, that was great. That was so much fun. And I remember I made this meme, MCSG meme thing, where it's like, what's his name? Not Scumbag Steve. Bad Luck Brian, where it's just like, gets full diamond, or full iron armor and diamond sword, killed by invisible fire. So you used to be able to light that and it would stay. But the only place you could actually light fire in deathmatch is right there. and it's invisible, so it's kind of scary. But yeah, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna win, we're gonna dominate, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun, tons of fun. This is quite a short game, but then again, the past couple episodes I've been recording here have been pretty long. Like I remember I had that like almost 40-minute one. It was I hope you guys liked that one. Hey, do we have the same exact armor? Well, our pants and our chest plates are switched, which means he has better armor than me, but for the most part it's the same. And does he have the same sword? Ouch! Took some damage there. Leave me alone, and you're just gonna die now. I got the first hit. You are... Look at that, I'm just gonna spam you with arrows. Boom! You done, kid. You don't even know what's going on. If this was the real life, you'd be screaming, and you'd be dead, too. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of MCSG with Tomahawk, and hope you guys have a nice day, please. Brah! That was a lag, but brah!